Uh, ah, what do we got on deck tonight, Johnny?
Well, hey, before we get to our special guest today, we'll let people know that they can go to our website, innovationfm.com, which is our radio station, 24 hours, 7 days a week. Also, you can go to innovationrecords.org, which is our nonprofit organization. We work with grassroots and disabled musical artists, and we do podcasts. Well, this is one of our types of podcasts.
One of our many podcasts.
And our sponsor for the next several months is going to be Christian Brothers. You got to get his name. Christian Brothers Moving Company. That his good friend went to his Christmas party last Saturday, Christmas party, and so fantastic food. Only ate 2 plates. I didn't go for the third and fourth. it was all you could eat.
Hey, that's all right, Johnny.
It's like my wife. She keeps me from going overboard, and then going up and saying, "Oh, I've ate too much." So anyway, so it was fantastic, and he gave us a very generous gift, and we'd like to thank him. And so the show tonight and for several other weeks are going to be sponsored by Christian Brothers Moving Company. Now, let's get into our special guest for tonight. This gentleman, he has been singing for like several years. I mean, he started like in his like around 10 years old, early ages, and I thought it was amazing that he's playing like 14 instruments. And when I first heard him, it's like I went to see Prince at this place called the Rainbow Theater. 300 seats. And I said, man, how can we get a record to sound this clean? And then I went to Stevie Wonder concerts, and I mean the live doesn't compare to like the recording. And this guy is the same way. When I stepped on the board, I said that, and I'm glad we got him before. I mean, he's going to go on to bigger and better other things and everything like that. But we can say that we had him first here on Innovation FM. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome to Innovation FM, Jordin.
Thank you so much, man. What a compliment. That was very kind. I appreciate the kind words.
Yeah. Right. So for the people who are just now getting to know you, because we're on like 10 platforms right now, give them a little background of like where you grew up and then how did you get?
How did you get?
14 instruments. I mean, yeah.
All right. Yeah. I'm from Maryland originally. I'm from Southern Maryland. I spent most of my life there, and I knew from a really young age that I wanted to go to music school and kind of pursue like therapy of sorts, like music therapy. That's what I ended up getting my degree in. And I broke my back when I was 11, so I taught myself how to play 14 instruments because I had a lot of time on my hands from having to be laying down all the time because my back was broken. So yeah, I taught myself how to play a ton of instruments, and now I kind of use those instruments to teach other kids instruments, or I use those instruments in my production, in my songs, in my music,
So when you learn like instruments like that, wait, do you do like one at a time and then you get it to where you feel like, oh, okay, I got it? Or do you go back and forth, and how does that work?
In terms of like teaching myself how to play, it was more of like, I'm going to spend 3 months playing this instrument for 4 to 8 hours a day. And then I'm going to, when I'm ready and I feel good, I'm going to try something new because I'm bored of this other instrument, that kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'll work. You can say something.
So among you play 14 different instruments. You play guitar, you play bass, you play some other stuff, ukulele being one of the unique instruments that you play as well. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so I teach ukulele classes actually for some kids at this homeschool program in downtown Denver, and that's that's cool. I mean, ukulele, I've been playing uke since I was probably 13 is when I got my first ukulele, and I started writing songs on that when I was real young. And now I don't really use it as much, but I primarily just teach ukulele these days.
Oh, okay.
That's interesting. It's an instrument that's primarily tuned in the key of G, isn't it? And you pretty much play songs usually in G or C or something like that. Although, you know, I mean, obviously you can play in other octaves. That's primarily how you tune it. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right, for sure. And that's kind of what makes it an easy instrument to teach little kids, because it's four
Right.
strings. It's more simple for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What are some of the other instruments that you play?
Yeah. So the first instrument I ever picked up was a trombone when I was 9, and from there, I picked up the saxophone, and the saxophone's kind of been my consistent instrument throughout my whole life. I've been playing saxophones since, yeah, I mean, since I was, I guess, like 14 years. So I've been playing saxophone a long time. I know how to play the bari saxophone, the alto sax. I play the oboe and the trumpet, the piano. I'm just learning the drums, which is really cool. My girlfriend got me some drums for Christmas, so I'm just starting to pick that up. What else? I play the banjo, and I'm trying to think of at least one more for you.
That's quite a few right there.
Yeah, you got it. That's enough, right?
I play the radio pretty about all I do. I don't.
That's cool, man. This is a cool gig.
Oh yeah. Oh, so tell, okay, like the first one I'm gonna play is a song called "I'll Be Fine." Tell us about that one. Was it like during a time where you wrote the song to give us the background from that song, "I'll Be Fine."
All right, yeah. I was kind of trying to paint a picture with that song. Like the beginning is talking about like it's addressing my habit, my bad habit, and then it's addressing like this beautiful picture that I'm painting of like pink skies rolling over me. Like even though I have this ugly habit, there's still beautiful things happening around me. And the main point of the song is that I'm hitting on the fact that we build habits, but then those same habits are what build who we are. And my bad habit is smoking cigarettes, so that bad habit, when I was 18 years old and I picked up my first pack of cigarettes, I never thought in my life I would be 25 now still smoking cigarettes. But that's still what I'm doing because I created a habit, and now that habit has built me, so and that's kind of what the song's about. And it's just saying like, I'll be fine regardless of my habits, regardless of what I do.
Let's give it a listen. We'll be right back here on Innovision FM.
Caffeine and cigarettes, I'm not ready to give up just yet. I'm watching pink skies roll over me as I'm sitting on this balcony. Yeah, I don't know where the hell I'm going. But I sure know I'll be fine. I don't know where the hell I'm going, yeah. But I sure know I'll be fine. I watch habits build and we constantly kill our will to feel alive. I don't know where the hell I'm going, yeah. But I sure know I'll be fine, oh, yeah. I wake up in disbelief that I get to feel this free. When I'm chained by the bounds of my insecurities. Yeah, I don't know where the hell I'm going. Yeah, but I sure know I'll be fine. I don't know where the hell I'm going, yeah, but I sure know I'll be fine. I watch habits build and we constantly kill our will to feel alive. I don't know where the hell I'm going, yeah, but I sure know I'll be fine. Oh.
Yeah, okay. All right. I like that. Now, with the background, was that your background or was that someone else doing the background?
Yeah, everything you hear is me playing.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Pretty good.
That's amazing. Putting together the mixing and the engineering. It's kind of cool. Did you use a digital audio workstation to put that together, or how did you put that together?
Yeah, so I just have like an audio interface, like for MIDI to connect like my guitars and my vocals, my microphones, and then after I record everything, I go back through and I try to mix and master all the stuff myself. But I'm just using GarageBand as like my platform.
Wow, that's pretty cool, man. So,
Thank you.
miracle of modern technology, we, the grassroots musician, have it within our hands to become our own music production, our sound engineer, as it were, and all that. I think that's really cool. We do try to support grassroots musicians who are disabled, and I remember Johnny was talking about how you'd broken your back when you were about 11 years old. You mentioned that. That's a debilitating injury in and of itself. What happened with all that?
Yeah, so when I was younger, I raced dirt bikes for the first half of my life, and
Right.
I was fourth in the state of Maryland when I raced dirt bikes, so I was actually getting pretty good at what I was doing. But I had a bad crash that ultimately I have an extra vertebrae in my spine, and it's very small. So I had a crash that ended up breaking that vertebrae, and when it broke, I found out that I ended up having a much bigger issue than I even could have realized, and I had to get a bunch of surgeries after that. So
Yeah, I can relate with a bunch of surgeries because I went through the same kind of, went through a similar thing with dealing with doctors and a bunch of operations. And wow. So did they do it like summertime and wait for you to get out of school, or was it like even during the school period and all that kind of stuff?
yeah, school was really tricky, man. Honestly, I feel like I was ripped away from a lot of education when I was young because I wasn't able to get out of my bed. I couldn't go to school. I had a homeschool teacher who would come to my house and she would teach me stuff, but a lot of the time that's not enough. Getting 2 hours of face-to-face with somebody a few times a week versus spending 8 hours a day in school, like it's a much different situation, not only for my education, but for social development, just growing, like being 11 until you're 16, going through something like that is really formative years, it's really isolating.
Absolutely.
And I have a feeling that you've doing your work with the music therapy, you have a chance to meet sometimes kids in a similar situation where they're at home or they're going through some kind of medical, or they're in the hospital or whatever.
Yeah, definitely. I used to do some work at Children's Hospital as a music therapist. And when I worked there, it was a lot of kids who had similar experiences as me. And it was cool to get to play music with them and give them a moment where they felt like, this is okay, this is normal. Like I get a moment to just be myself and relax and make music and express myself.
Yeah. Now I was at Children's Hospital now at this time, they probably wouldn't allow this at this time. But my mother bought me a bunch of water guns. And so when the head nurse would leave the floor to go smoke, me and the other nurses would have water gun fights, and I don't know why they thought, like, the head nurse wouldn't notice it when she got back, and she loaded up my guns and my water guns and put them away so we wouldn't get into mischievous stuff.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, but yeah, so I enjoyed it. I mean, it was interesting. I mean, I guess, if you're that young, because I was around 6 when this happened, I guess sometimes you go with the flow. And,
Yeah, that's right.
yeah. So yeah, I really appreciate you, like, going to the children's hospital, because I mean, I got visits by clowns and stuff like that. I said, man, I see you guys on TV and stuff like that, and it was kind of exciting to have people that other than my family to come in and visit. So I'm sure they felt the same way, that you're bringing something to the table that maybe the parents don't come in and play guitar or do stuff like that, but you come in and you bring this music.
Yeah, that's right. They have so much cool stuff though. They bring like dogs in your room now. They have musicians.
Yeah.
They have dance
Wow.
therapy.
Is that
They got
right?
it all.
That's wild. Okay.
Yeah, very cool.
We got something other than water gun fights, So
Uh-huh.
yeah. Okay. And so why Denver of all places?
Yeah, man, it's actually really funny. I kind of just fell into this place because I never planned on coming here. But COVID hit and I came here. I was living in Salt Lake City. I had to do a 6-month internship at Children's Hospital to finish my bachelor's degree in music therapy.
Mhm.
And when I just literally a week before I finished that, COVID hit. And so I just finished out the rest of my lease in Salt Lake. And then I came to Denver because I had friends here and I just wanted to cruise through with some friends until this passed, but it never passed. And now I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I've been here for all my life. I went to Chicago, California, Texas. But this is my base. And Denver has really changed, and so you're down there playing music, and just from what my wife tells me, what's going on down there, it sounds very distracting. And you're down there playing music. How do you keep focus? Because a lot of interesting things going by every so often.
You have no idea, man. I meet so many weird cats, but it's the coolest thing because I'm connecting with so many people, so many walks of life, and it is so busy down there. I just recently bought a PA system so that I could like project a little bit louder. And I feel like that's honestly been a really big hit. Like people are coming up to my whole like deal and they're walking up and they're, giving me money or they're taking down my name off my sign so that they can check me out on Instagram or check me out on Apple Music or Spotify. And that's all because I got a PA system. So people are like taking me more serious because I'm taking myself more serious.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. And there are certain things that you got to follow when you play venues like the 16th Street Mall and whatnot. You've got to get certain licenses to run that PA. Is that right?
I'm pretty sure that's the case for like Larimer Square, but 16th Street, like anytime I've ever had a run-in with a security person, they always just say, as long as you move down a block in an hour, then you're good. So that's all good.
Pretty cool. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to play down at the 16th Street Mall when that first opened back in the early 90s. And all I had was my guitar case, and a couple of folks to kind of run back up and stuff to make sure that nothing untoward happened, since I'm a guy playing guitar out on the 16th Street Mall. Made some good money doing that kind of thing. And, it was quite a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I enjoy. I really appreciate the guys that you guys that come down there and I guess you really learn how to work an audience, and you get used to that live experience. And when I used to do DJs in club, that was the best thing because you get to learn how to work an audience.
That's right. Yeah. It's like an opportunity to get performance experience in, and you can build how you're going to perform your show for when you actually do play a show,
Now, we want to play another song of yours, and I know you sent me 3, but I think I want to give it 2, and then give people like a way they can find you on the social platforms?
Yeah, sounds good.
So tell it. Okay. So when we get back, so stick around. We'll find out like how to get a hold of Jordin. And this song, Demon, tell us a little bit about that. I think it's called, well.
Oh, Demons. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Demons is just kind of a song about like how hard it is to address your own stuff, you know, like we all have things that we go through and it's hard to address your own stuff. So that's kind of what it's about.
Oh yeah, okay. All right.
Let's check it out.
Yeah, definitely.
Looking around in every place I go, yeah. Search for somebody who looks like home. And I think of God and search harder for my soul. 'Cause I've been high for 5 weeks in a row now. I wish that I could have the strength to say, yeah, the truth behind my ugly reality. But I'll just keep lying to myself and my friends. 'Cause I'm not ready to face my demons. I'm not ready to face my demons. No, I'm not ready to face my demons. Face my demons. I stop letting people get so close to me. 'Cause I can be self-reliant, but that don't mean that I should push away everyone that I meet. 'Cause I'm too scared to know if they'll accept me for me. I'm not ready to face my demons. I'm not ready to face my demons. No, I'm not ready to face my demons. Face my demons. I don't know how to give only pieces of myself. I always wanted to give my energy to anybody else. So hard to know how to feel when I'm ignoring every gut feeling to follow my heart. But I'm too scared to make a start. I'm not ready to face my demons. I'm not ready to face my demons. No, I'm not ready to face my demons. I'm not ready to face my demons. I'm not ready to face my demons. No, I'm not ready to face my demons.
And if you're just joining us here on Innovision FM, Johnny J and Alan C, and we're talking to Jordin about his music and his prolific writing style and music. And also give us a thumbs up, share the show. And as usual, I know I always forget to say that, but and if you tell a friend, tell them to subscribe. And when did you start writing words to the song? When did you start like formulating words and putting it in the pocket and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, so I started writing songs, just my voice and my guitar when I was like 12 is the first time I ever wrote a song. And I used to just like write 10 songs a day, honestly. Like when I was young, I had so much creative just flowing through me, you know, and it was so easy back then. But now I'm like way more obsessed with how can I make my song sound pleasing the entire time? How can I make my song quality? It's not about like, it's about expressing myself, but more than just expressing myself, how can I express myself in a way that it feels like quality work? Like somebody wants to hear this song the moment it starts until it ends, you know?
Now I notice you go up, down, and that vocal training is. How did you get that down with the? Because you know, if some people if they try to hit the one you know they can lose it.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
Yeah. So I am transgender. So I was born a girl. I started taking testosterone when I was 20 years old. Now I'm 25. And so my voice has changed dramatically over time, and I've put in a lot of work and practice every day to sound the way that I sound right now. And so it's interesting because when I started taking testosterone, my voice was really, really high, and my singing voice at that time was very beautiful, but it just didn't feel like me. But the more time I was on testosterone, my voice lowered and my voice got really, really bad. And then I put like 2 straight years of nonstop practice every single day. And now I just sound how I sound. I also get to sing every day for my job. So that's a part of why I sound how I sound. It's just the practice, you know?
Yeah, I compare it like to that Prince thing because he can go down, up and down. And I said, hey, you know, I like that versatility, like in a vocal style.
I like it too. I think it's really cool, especially Prince.
Yeah. Now, okay, tell people how they can get a hold of you. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be boosting this for probably the next 15 days, so you can have a chance to hear like more than just what Facebook lets you hear, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, tell people how they can get a hold of you and stuff.
I like it. Yeah, that's awesome. You can reach me on Instagram is my primary social media platform that I use, and that is Jordin D443. My name is Jordin Derringer, and my name is spelled with an I, so it's JORDIN D443.
Yeah. Okay. And then so why Instagram? Because do they allow you to do like 3-minute songs, or do you have to keep it down to like these little short clips and a lot of pictures?
Yeah, I honestly just use Instagram because it's the platform that I've used for the longest. So I have the most followers on there. So I know that when I post my music on there, I've got people on there who have been following me for years and who want to hear the stuff that I'm putting out. But I am trying to open up to other platforms. It's just in the works right now. It's not happening yet.
Okay. Well, I'd like to thank you for being on the show, Jordin, and fantastic music, and just keep it up. And if you're living in Denver, go down to 16th Street Mall, and believe me, his live performances is like, it would just light and brighten your day. So definitely check that out. And tomorrow night we're going to be here with Alan, and tell us about the show tomorrow night, Alan.
Well, I've been wanting to kick this off for quite a little while, and certain things got in the way, but we're going to do the little bit of introduction to the United States Constitution, how our country was founded, and take a little bit of a walk through the beginnings of the American history, and maybe touch upon, well, if we don't really like how our government does things, can we hold our government officials accountable for some of the decisions that have been made, some of the higher inflation costs, and just some of the other stuff we deal with nowadays. So join us tomorrow at 5 p.m. for that, Mountain Standard Time.
Yeah, a little bit of a civic lessons. Yeah. So so if you missed it in school, you were smoking too many joints, so you fell asleep.
Right.
Stay awake tomorrow. All right, man.